In Greek mythology, we often hear many stories about Zeus. Zeus is known as the god of the sky in ancient Greek history. He is considered the protector, ruler, and father of all humans, as well as other gods. He is the most powerful of all other Greek gods and is known to have the ability to throw lightning bolts. Despite his witty and just nature, he is known to have the weakness of women. He is popularly known for making relationships with other goddesses and mortals despite being married to his many wives. He cheated on Hera, his first wife, several times before his own destruction. His destruction was due to Helen, the daughter of Zeus and Leda, who was born after he raped Leda by disguising himself as a swan. Leda was the daughter of Theseus, the king of Aetolia. She was an incredibly beautiful maiden. When of age, King Theseus gave her daughter Leda in marriage to King Tyndareus of Sparta. She was well known for her beauty. The story of Zeus and Leda, or we can say Leda and the Swan, has been in Greek works for more than 2,000 years. Many artists have mentioned this tale in their works. We can see how much this story has inspired the works of these into masterpieces. So, let's get into the video and know about the story of Leda and the Swan and its impact on the future. After the marriage of Leda to the king of Sparta, she got shifted from Aetolia, the mountainous range of western Greece, to Sparta, the southeastern Peloponnese region of ancient Greece. Once, Zeus was looking toward the world of people. He noticed an elegant lady. He could not help but started to like her for her mesmerizing glamour. This beautiful woman was no other than Lady Leda, the queen of Sparta. Soon after that, Zeus got to know about her. He was charmed by her beauty and started tracking all of her activities from his throne on Mount Olympus. Zeus was stalking Leda and started making strategies to unite with her. Zeus finally thought of executing his plans and decided to come to the realm of mortals, away from his world on Mount Olympus. One day, Leda was bathing on the bank of river Eurotas when Zeus saw her. He thought that this was the perfect moment to execute his plan of uniting. He decided to take the form of a beautiful swan. Leda was caught by the sight of that swan. The swan was so magnificent in pure white color and had attractive, unique features, which were a little different from other swans. His eyes were so shiny, his beak so well-shaped, his feathers so soft, and his body so perfect. Leda could not help but notice the swan because of his charming traits. Suddenly, the swan got attacked by an eagle. To save his life, the swan ran towards Leda very hastily. Leda shooed away the eagle and saved the life of the swan. She found his feathers soft and was attracted to the magnificent swan. Zeus, still in the guise of a swan, lay down next to Leda. Leda did not know the fact that she is with Zeus and not just a bird. Zeus sat down on Leda's lap, and his beak started to kiss her lips. Leda, who was still unknown of the fact, started getting strange feelings, but at the same time started getting seduced by the touch of the swan. Sooner, the swan and Leda got carried away in the strange feelings and ended up copulating. She later went back to her palace and had intercourse that night with her husband too. She got pregnant and laid 2 eggs. From one of those eggs, 2 immortal children, Helen and Pollux, were born, which were offspring of Zeus. And from the other egg, Clytemnestra and Castor were born, who were the offspring of Tyndareus. Children born from the union of Zeus and Leda were divine and immortal. The offspring of Zeus and Leda, Helen, later became the reason for the Trojan War, which is one of the most important events in Greek mythology. Helen was the most beautiful woman that the history of Greece has ever seen. When Helen grew a little older, Tyndareus and Leda decided to find suitors for her. Her brothers were in charge to find the perfect match for Helen. Sooner, Menelaus was chosen to be the future husband of Helen and the king of Sparta. With their marriage, the age of heroes was near an end. They spent 10 years with each other, and Helen gave birth to 4 children, 1 daughter and 3 sons. The judgment of Paris took place under the Trojan prince Paris, who was appointed by Zeus. He had to judge the most beautiful goddess, Athena, Hera, and Aphrodite. Aphrodite, the Greek mythological character who is often depicted nude in the arts, promised the Trojan prince the most beautiful woman in the world. In the Greek have the most beautiful woman, Paris chose Aphrodite as the most beautiful goddess. Now the most beautiful goddess, Aphrodite, told Paris about Helen and her beauty. Paris came to Sparta in the guise of a diplomatic mission. He then started to find Helen, and once he met her, he started seducing her. Helen too started to feel attracted to Paris, and one day, when Menelaus was not present, she fled away with Paris to Troy. Paris was the son of the Trojan king Priam, and they both took shelter at the palace. Once Menelaus got to know about the kidnapping of Helen by Paris, he gathered up his army to attack the city of Troy. He gathered all the Greek heroes to take part in the war, alongside his brother Agamemnon. They invaded and destroyed the cities around Troy for 9 years. The main castle and the center point were well walled and not easy to break off. After a long struggle of 9 years, the army of Greeks planned and strategically opened the gates of the city. The city of Troy was destroyed and left in ruins. All the Greek gods took an active part in the Trojan War. Poseidon, Athena, and Hera took sides, with the Greeks and Aphrodite and Ares were with the Trojan army. At this time, Helen was married to Paris' brother, Deiphobus. After seeing the city of Troy fall into ashes, she betrayed Deiphobus and returned to Menelaus. They came back to Sparta and started a new life. They lived happily after until the death of Menelaus. After the king of Sparta, Menelaus, died, the stepson of Helen drove her out of the kingdom. Having no place to live, Helen went to Rhodes. The queen of Rhodes was already in rage against Helen, which Helen did not know. Polyxo, the Rhodian queen, hanged Helen to death as revenge for her husband's death in the Great War of Trojan or Troy. That was the end of the story of Zeus and Leda with the death of their offspring, Helen. You can still see the artwork and poetry based on the story of this mythological event. Some people believe it to be true, but various others suggest this story is of myth. The Trojan War took place in history and real, but the cause was not the same as mentioned in the story. But if you visit Greece, the story of Leda and the Swan is still something the people of Greece believe in. Mount Olympus is believed to be the throne of Zeus. You can also see many fresco paintings in Greece of this incident, where the swan is seen having intercourse with a beautiful lady. The local people of Greece are very much invested in their traditions and mythological events, and that is why these stories still prevail in all of Greece. But what do you think about this story? Do you think it's a myth or a reality? What are your views on Greek mythology? Let us know in the comments section below. I would love to read all of your comments. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos like this, and I will see you in the next one.